and they were plugged tighter than a bull's ass at fly time. So these are the adapters with the O-rings that go on in the aftercooler. So the inside groove looks really good, but the outside one is super pitted in there and nasty. So I thought, well, let's just look in the parts book and see if these are available. Why, yes, they are. They're in Clayton. Take a guess what Cat wants for that. Take a guess. $811. $811. So I'm going to be forced to look aftermarket or see if I can find some used ones. They're good. So you see that little teeny hole in there on the center land? That's the drain hole that comes out here, and they were plugged tighter than a bull's ass at fly time. Tighter than a bull's ass at fly time. Tighter than a preacher's dick and a goat. So I steam cleaned the cooler out and slowed the pressure washer down, and I filled this clear full of hot water. And so I see a little bit of stuff there, but I think that's coming out of the fins. So what I need to do is get the air gun and see if I can blow all that out. Now I realize without pressure on it, you're probably not gonna find a leak, but as bad as that was leaking, I would say if it's got bad spot on it, you should be able to see water pouring out of it. So the other thing too is, I don't know, I'd have to clean these up, but if the sealing surface on these is no good, then that aftercooler is no good either. So you can crap in one hand and wish in the other, see which one fills up first. So that's my MO. I'm gonna wish, but I'll probably end up with a handful of crap. Wee doggies. Maybe I'll call Zach. You know, that's really what I ought to do. I got dirty face from steam cleaning. I ought to just call Zach Dillard down there in Texas. And he's got a motor down there. It got water in it. Go back and watch his video, the Zach Life. Watch him breaking that D9H free. And he did get it running, but she don't run on a couple cylinders or several. But that would probably be a good parts motor. I should just go buy it from him. What do you think? All right, I've wheeled them out here. They're bad. Bad. So we'll get them cleaned up. So I want to show you this awesome repair. So they obviously broke this ear off, welded it on, and then welded a bolt to the side of it and drilled the threads out. So I need to really check that over careful. Actually, those don't. Let's see. Yeah, those don't have threads. It's that. No, it's not even that one. I thought that had threads. My bad. My bad. right, let's get to washing. I'll get done some washing here.
Likely the light of mine will burn out in the mountains where I spend my rambling years. I paid my sins from the poor traveling days. Oh Lord, please, can't you hear my prayers? So I rode my body up the mountain to a place where I can sit my rocking chair. I rode my body up the mountain, and I'm never going back again, I swear. Most likely the son of mine will be found in the mountains where I'm born and raised. I paid my duty as the sunny side cutie. Oh Lord, hear the sorrow in my heart. So I rode my body up the mountain to a place where I can sit my rocking chair. I rode my body up the mountain, and I'm never going back again, I swear.
Gets worse all the time. So check this out. What did they do here? Did they completely weld the holes up and retap them? Kind of, that's what it looks like. Huh. Weird thing is they didn't have cap bolts in here. Some of them had a shank on them, which meant they were clear in there up against the threads. They weren't that tight. I have to look at the book, but I'm pretty damn sure you gotta have lock washers on this stuff. I just can't imagine you not having lock washers. Oh man. All right. The two end ones are cleaned up. Just gotta do the center section now. Takes all kinds of wire wheels and stuff to get in the crannies and nooks and crannies and get her cleaned up. I still got a little to do on this one, some spots, rusty spots. Just want to make sure get all those clean so the paint will stick. So this is what it takes. You wear out a lot of wire wheels. Takes a lot of elbow grease to do this. Do you think you have what it takes? Oops. Just gonna throw that in the garbage. It didn't go. Do you think you have what it takes to be pay dirt material? So the places that were out facing front that they could easily get spray paint to, it's pretty thick. The rest of it just comes off easy because there's really nothing there. It's the factory paint. I mean, even at the factory, there's places they don't get paint because they just put these together and squirt yellow all over what they can see, and that's what you get. So anyway, I got one more wheel, small one, and then for those tough to reach spots, I use that one to get into places I can't get with a cup. Use one of these. This is scary because I think this is designed for a bigger grinder. Maximum RPM is like, I don't know what it is, 6,000, something like that. Like these little buggers spin 20. I don't know what they spin. They spin a lot. A lot. Anyway, you just, it's like an elephant. You can eat an elephant if you take enough bites. So let's take some more bites. So I think I found the paint that doesn't want to come off. This is actually quite bad. All those other ones that came right off, this shit don't want to come off.
Mountain to a place where I can sit in my rocking chair. I rode my buddy up the mountain, and I'm never going back again, I swear.
So the one bad thing about wire wheels is this. I pulled them out of my Johnson down here. Pulled them out of everywhere. Pokey little buggers. Oh, man. I don't want to do this no more. You know, I'm beginning to wonder if they didn't roll this tractor with the amount of damage it's done. There's another spot they had to weld up. Like they broke it. Ooh, doggish.
So I'm actually thinking that wheel I had on there before was about half wore down. It works better. When you got those wires out there, it catches the edges and you can't hold it still. It doesn't seem to take the paint off as well. There's one that's wore down a little bit. Yuck.
So I've been cleaning today, working on aftercooler, well, the intake manifold, water manifold. I'm getting a pile of parts all cleaned up here. There's all the cat antifreeze that went through it. Sonic cleaner going. I got the thermostat housing in there, cleaning up. That works really well. That Hotsy soap, you get it up to 180 degrees, 176 freedom degrees, or 80 communist. It cleans it up pretty well. And this outside cover was just full of paint in here, and there's no way to get the wire wheel on it, so I put it in, and it cleaned it up really well. Took all that paint off in all these little places. So let's go over here. The Sonic thing quit finally. I can show you that. I can pull that basket out of there and we'll see what it's done to that thermostat housing. Let's see, I put you right. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I don't know what it did with my gloves. This is gonna be hot. Oh, that's hot. Oh, jeez. Woo. Glasses fog instantly. So she's doing her magic. That was all rusty. It ain't rusty anymore. Now I couldn't get the thermostats out. They're kind of stuck in there. So I thought, well, I'll just cook them and see what happens. So we'll let it run one more time. So Jake is building me some tools to remove and install the accessory drive bearings. So these bearings in here, there's two of them with a space between and an oil port in here. And then back here, there is one more down in there. And he's building me the tools to remove them and install them. Anyway, this is your accessory drive shaft. And this, all that shaft does is drive the water pump. That's it. That's all that thing does. Other than it on the back end here. It engages with other gears to run everything. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I don't care what you say. Anyway, it's dark 30. As soon as that Sonic machine gets done cleaning, going through its cycle, I'm going to turn it off, and I think I'm going to call it a day, go in the house. And tomorrow's my birthday, the 14th of November, so I'll be 65. So I don't have much time to get all this shit fixed. Hopefully my health holds out and I can keep doing this for another 5 years, whatever. But I think in 5 years I'm gonna slow way down. So anyway, you guys have a good one.